Hello everyone, my name is Annela Kraavi and I am a climate change economist. I've been working on climate change for 20 years now, and I have at the Cambridge University in the UK, I've got my own climate policy research group, and I'm also involved in the UNFCCC, that is the Climate Convention negotiations. And currently I'm a co-chair of the Katowice committee of experts on the implementation of the response measures. So what are my organizations doing for tackle climate change and to enable the ecological transition? So firstly, Cambridge University has a promise to become climate neutral by 2035. Cambridge University is an old university, with 800 years old, and needs to renovate all its building stock to make it more energy efficient, so to save energy. I'm also supporting the Estonian Ministry of the Environment in negotiations, and the ministry is about to get a new zero carbon building that is also as a treatment, environmental friendly treatment of wastewater, and also uses rainwater, and is also not just climate friendly, but also environmentally friendly in other ways. So what do I do in my life to enable transition? It is very important that each of us does as much as we can to help with the transition and to tackle climate change. What do? I have managed to reduce my food waste almost to zero. So 25 to 30% of food is lost or wasted in the world. And with that, we can associate around 9 to 10% of carbon emissions. So, and at the same time, you need to think that there are almost 750 million people who are still have hunger. So if each of us reduce the food waste to minimum, that would really help with the transition. I also don't have a car, and I use public transport as much as possible. And I use my clothes and everything I can as much as possible, so I avoid excessive consumption. It's not easy. I also switch off my lights in the house when I don't need them. That actually is not as easy as it sounds, because we have habits to leave the lights on in the rooms we're not in, and it takes time to get yourself into that habit that you switch off the lights when you don't need them. So, but it's worth practicing, and it also saves money. We are used to live the way that the more you consume, the more money you have, the richer you are, the better. And that is not sustainable in environmental terms. So to look for inspiration, how to transit, how to change the mindset that you can be happy without having excessive amount of things, and without excessive amount of traveling. You could really think, I think the great inspiration for me are Buddhist monks. At least in some monasteries, they live a very simple life. They're vegetarians. They consume the vegetables they grow in their garden or they get in the forest. They're a very, very simple life. At the same time, they're fulfilled and happy. I think there's something we can learn from that. Also, if I think of other examples, I've been now during COVID, I've worked a lot from home, and I have a cat, and I've had time to observe her now. And I think cats like sleep a lot, but the sort of simplicity of life is there as well. So it's a simple life. At the same time, it doesn't mean that we can't enjoy culture, or of course we will have more time for that. But just how little one needs to live. And if we all consume less, that helps the world to transit to a better base and be more sustainable.